This is Can't Get Right MMA, and I'm going to be going over all of the finishes on the main card and some other performances in the prelims that I want to highlight or rant about, right? I'm going to be going over the main event and another video coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. And I really want to thank y'all for 20 subs, man. Y'all make me feel like a double champion myself. So, and since I'm already on the topic of subscribers, please subscribe, bro. I need 50 subscribers to stream, right? I need 50 subscribers to stream on YouTube. But let's get into the card right now. Carlos Prates versus Leon Edwards, man. This really was kind of like an eerie KO, right? Because, like, the smile, right? Whenever Leon got KO'd, he was, like, smiling afterwards, especially when the follow-up shot happened. And after that, like, it was like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of rubbed me the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? No Jones, but
Is your butthole tight or what?
it just rubbed me the wrong way when I first watched it. But of course, you know what I'm saying, it's a highlight reel, especially recently. I'm gonna like keep rewatching it, like, trying to break it down. Listen here, man. I really think Prates is gonna land a spot in the White House, considering how much our president loves CP, Carlos Prates, right? So let me, before I get into the breakdown, I also want to get into this part right here. Leon had one of the worst ways out, man. He lost every way he could. He lost by unanimous decision to Bilal when he lost the title. He lost via late round submission to Sean Brady after getting dominated that whole fight, just getting grounded out. Literally just dominated, right? And then a starching KO against another guy lower in the rankings, Carlos Prates. Like, geez, he has literally gone out in the worst way as a former champion, you know? And yeah, man, Leon's future's not really looking too bright. I bet it really sucks to be a Leon fan right now. But when I was first watching it, I was thinking the better man lost the fight, right? Now, hear me out. I want to hear what y'all think about this, right? So Leon was winning, right? He was fast, you know what I'm saying, with that one right hook, left foot counter, you know, he was trying to go for. He looked just fast, you know what I'm saying? He looked fast. But it was really the grappling that was winning him the first round, you know? His grappling was good. At first, like I said, I kind of felt like the better man lost the fight. And not me trying to diss Prates, like discredit him or anything, but I just felt like the better man lost the fight. But obviously, I was super hyped Carlos got the win, obviously. But let's get into the fight breakdown, man. Like, so I'm going to get into what I was talking about earlier. Prates was doing way better in the low kick battle than I first thought watching it live, right? They're both smooth criminals with the low kicks. Like I said, a lot of things were getting checked and a lot of things were getting through that I didn't think were, you know, that I didn't think was getting checked, or I didn't think was getting through for, like, Prates, you could say, you know. Then Leon caught Prates with, like, a left hook counter when Prates crashed in with a straight shot. So then I was like, oh, man, hold on now. Maybe I'm sleeping on Leon, bro. Maybe I'm sleeping on Leon, right? But Leon, then Leon shoots, right? He shoots, gets to a body lock on the cage. And then he was showing good fight IQ because, like, he would really be a fool not to test the grappling against a dangerous guy like Prates, you know? Or, like, not just even committing to taking him down, but just making him think, you know? And then Carlos talks to Leon Edwards on the fence, right? But I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that later in this part. But the ref separates, man. The ref separates Leon Edwards and Prates, which is pretty interesting, man, because they wouldn't separate Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. They wouldn't separate Islam versus JDM, you know? But Leon Edwards, he wants to make it an MMA fight by, you know what I'm saying, using the fence to grind someone out. I know he wasn't doing the craziest damage, but he wasn't as long on the fence as, not nearly as long as Islam, JDM, or Zhang Weili, Shevchenko, you know? So, yeah, so that's a pretty interesting that the ref separated them, you know? I'm not the guy to always bitch about the stand-ups or separates, but it does, like, it makes it a different fight, you know? I don't know. But yeah, as soon as the ref separated them, Prates was immediately back on the hunt, right? Just serving deadening leg kicks and rear knees. Leon tried to clinch Prates, but Prates was just way too fast, way too far out. They went shin to shin, and this is where I want to get to this right here. Once they went shin to shin, Leon Edwards then throws a left overhand and got to a single leg, switched it to a double leg. Perfect execution, right? Really showing his IQ and championship skill set, you know? Leon got one hook in on the back. He got the body triangle. He got the body triangle on Carlos Prates' back as Carlos got up, and then Carlos did the face, man. Everybody knows the meme face of Leon, you know what I'm saying, giving him those little shiners, little noogie punches, and he just giving him that face, you know? But yeah, then eventually Leon falls off of Carlos Prates' back, right? But he was like, oh, dang, he got off his back. But this, like I said, just showing his championship skill set, man. As soon as he just hopped off of Carlos's back, he transitioned into a finesseful trip, man. It was just amazing work from Leon, right? Leon does eventually roll over to a rear naked choke attempt, right, at the end of the round, but the bell rings. So whenever I was watching this live, I was like, damn, bro, I have been, you know what I'm saying, maybe I have been counting Leon out, you know? Like, obviously knew this is a fight, and it's the fight at the highest level. Anything could happen, you know? But I just genuinely felt like, oh, I guess I've just been sleeping on Leon, man. So, like I said, when I watched it live, I was thinking, dang, did the better man lose the fight? But let's get to this right here. Second round, Leon kept waiting for Prates, right? Leon kept waiting for Prates to overextend and counter because that's what he's been facing at the highest level, right? People trying to pressure him. But also, that is just his style, you know? He is a counter striker. Jab, leg kick, cross, hook, rear knee for Prates, right? Prates was just doing great work. Like, you know, he really found where he can land and how he can land. He just entered his mode, you know? Round 2 Prates is a different Prates, bro. Like, he was literally just getting warmed up in the first round, bro. Even though Leon was doing outstanding work, it feels like Carlos Prates is just the better fighter. Like I said earlier, it seemed like, oh, the better man might have lost. But let's get into here. What this would have always happened, like I put in the thumbnail, was Leon Edwards just delaying the inevitable because look, Leon was getting frustrated with Prates on the feet because he's used to these boxing pressure wrestlers, right? And whenever it was Prates that was going kick for kick, popping the jab to keep the distance, and it just completely threw him off. You can see him throwing his hands in the air whenever he gave pop with the jab. You know what I'm saying? Whenever his leg kick got checked, he literally looked frustrated, right? Because I'm not like I'm being so dead ass. He literally looked frustrated. I'm not just like running with a narrative because we all know the narrative about like Leon Edwards kind of being dejected in the cage sometimes. Like literally, I'm not just running off with the narrative. He literally just looked frustrated. Every time Prates would find range along Leon, he would just telegraph a reset, right? He got way too comfortable being in the range of Prates, and being in range of Prates is like 50 yards away from Prates. I'm telling you, he's so long for the division. He got way too comfortable being close to Prates, or at least close enough. And he even had like a hint of arrogance. You know what I'm saying? Whenever he would get landed on or try to reset, he just, you know what I'm saying, just walked it off, shrugged it off, like, oh, you know, he just, like I said, just kind of had a hint of arrogance in the cage. And eventually Prates caught him with his pants down, you know, like he keeps saying, oh, you keep resetting like this, you keep not taking me seriously, you think I'm not in range to land? Okay, you can say he just caught him with his pants down. And before the KO, Leon did a little emote, right? Like I was saying earlier, a very telegraphed reset. When I say a reset, just look back right at the KO. Fucking Leon, he puts his arms down, puts his head in the air, look like he's you know what I'm saying, catching a breather. It's a very telegraphed reset. And listen, I'm saying that would Prates always KO Leon Edwards, because as soon it only took that one split second for Prates to take advantage and get that outside foot positioning and land that rangy long man straight, right? Insane finishing instincts from Prates. Like I really feel like Carlos Prates would have always KO'd Leon in hindsight, right? I don't know if it's the build of Prates, the power, the range, the speed, the stylistic matchup, but like at first watching it live, I felt like the better man might have lost. But then when I was rewatching, I'm like, dang, kind of Prates, especially in round 2, he just seemed in control. Like in round 1, he definitely was losing, obviously, but in round 2, he literally just, oh yeah, this is my fight, and he became round 2 Prates. Dude, how many KOs does this guy have in round number 2? Y'all better watch the fuck out, bro, in that round number 2, dog. But yeah, man, like I said, Leon been telegraphing his resets, you know, trying to kind of had a hint of arrogance in the cage, and then he just got caught with his pants down, you know. He kind of just underestimated Carlos Prates while being in the cage with him, you know. But I also want to talk about this. I was talking about this earlier. Like, I get you want to be entertaining, right? But please stop coping, bro. Just stop coping, dog. Like, he's saying in the interviews, why are these guys wrestling me, you know? Like, but no, look, I'm a very big fan of Carlos Prates, right? But it's just like, dude, please stop coping. Like, I also appreciate when fighters do that. Like, oh, let's make it entertaining for the fans, because after that main event, you have to appreciate a guy like Carlos Prates. No diss to Islam, right? Because I'm going to get into that main event later on. But let's say congrats to Islam for his double champ status and all that. But yeah, like I said, just stop coping. Carlos Prates, please stop coping. If you want to not get wrestled against the fence, please learn how to get out of the fence. You know, Carlos Prates, he knows how to grapple, right? But don't just start bitching and playing, and it's like, oh, they're grappling me. It's like, dude, this is like, I understand when people say it's mixed martial arts. Like, Leon was just mixing the martial arts, man. He was cooking him in the grappling. He got the rear naked choke attempt at the end of the round. Like, he had his back, he was controlling him. He tripped him, got him down, double leg, single leg. Like, he teched him in the grappling, you know? You know what I'm saying? The guy got the classic overhand to single, switch to double. That was just amazing work from Leon. And whenever people talk about, oh, you know what I'm saying, he's grappling, like, oh, come on, so soy, this is that. But it's like, that's actually mixing the martial arts. Leon was trying to, you know what I'm saying, counter him, trying to strike him and wrestle him. He was actually mixing the martial arts. So it's like, yeah, don't just be coping and talking about, oh, don't be grappling me, wrestling or whatever. But I know that's his thing. I mean, at least it's definitely a way to get the fans around you. Be like, oh, this guy, he's a guy that wants to really knock motherfuckers out, and you know what I'm saying, always puts on a show. You know what I'm saying, so I understand it, but please just stop coping. But what do y'all think? Was Leon the better fighter, or was the fighter in Carlos Prates always going to beat Leon Edwards? You know, I just want to get y'all's opinion. And like I said, at first, I just thought, oh, Leon might have just been the better fighter and lost. But in hindsight, I look at like, man, dang, Carlos Prates was really in control of round number 2 and just seemed always switched on, right? He seemed switched on in round number 1, but he seemed like he was just getting warmed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know shit about Carlos Prates in round number 2. But yeah, he found his range round number 2 and just capitalized on a mistake from Leon Edwards. But also, I want to ask y'all's opinion on his approach to grappling, right? I can definitely see a lot of y'all being appreciative of that, but also I bet some of y'all agree with the statement of, please just stop coping, you know, like, just stop coping, man. But also, let's get into Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. Dude,